Hey everybody, Jeff with the Grand Lake Outdoor Report. Hey, thanks for listening as always. We appreciate it. Folks at KGVE and all of us at the Fishing Report and everybody over at Grand Fishing Report Facebook group. We like it when everybody listens to the report and contributes over there on the Facebook group. And boy, do we have some great fishing this past week. Bass tournaments weighed in some really heavy stringers. I was talking to some guys that they said the bass fishing on the lake was just on fire over that big tournament they had last weekend. We got guys still snagging paddlefish up in the rivers. I have caught white bass and crappie for days here now. Crazy how many white bass there are actually out in the lake right now. I've got a light over here on my dock, and we catch some at night. And then, the white bass have been pushed into the windy coves and the windy points like it's summertime. I don't believe I've ever seen this many white bass, or sand bass, like we like to call them here in Oklahoma, out in the main part of the lake this early. Usually, it's getting toward the 1st of May, middle of May, before we really see a lot of them guys move out into the lake. But I've been throwing that Crappie Magic crankbait, the white color, the pearl color, and the clown color, the two colors that I've been catching all the white bass on. If you're looking for something that's really easy to troll with, my goodness, we've got a lot of trollers here on Grand Lake. And I'm not sure that there's much better than a Crappie Magic crankbait for that trolling on Grand Lake. Swimming minnows are great. Rooster tails are great. But boy, that Crappie Magic's really been tearing them up. Been catching a lot of crappie. The crappie have just really started moving onto the banks heavy in the last 2 days. And we had a couple nice warm nights. And the temperature stayed in the 60s at night, and we had a warm wind, and that really warms the lake up. And the fish were ready to move to the bank. This is historically the best time of the year to catch them between now and the end of the month. But we'll still have crappie, especially on the south end of the lake. There'll still be some crappie on the bank come the 1st of May. As fast as things are going right now, for sure. But if you like to fish for spawning crappie, you can get your swimming minnow and just get out there and get up and down those banks. The knockout color, which is chartreuse, clear chartreuse, or what we call the moonshine. Toby helped me pick out that color, for moonshine swimming minnow, which is chartreuse and white. Hayden's been using the old school color, which is black and chartreuse. Those three colors have been working great on the bank, and Hayden's been catching limits and limits and limits of crappie. I can't believe how many crappie there are in the lake, and I can't believe how many crappie that kid catches on all these trips that he goes out, all these happy clients and people. I didn't hear quite as much about the catfish and the spoonbill, but I do know it's going on. I do know there are guides still fishing in the upper end of the lake, up around Twin Bridges, and they are catching paddlefish. They're snagging paddlefish. I would imagine that the catfish are really good right now. And boy, the first foot or two rise we get on the lake, it is prime time to catch big flatheads and big blues on Grand Lake. So if you can get to the lake the next time the water's coming up and coming up fast, boy, you've got 2 or 3 days right in there where you can have a chance of really getting your string stretched. I mean, really catch some big blue cats. And if you want to hold out and fish with live bait, you can, have a chance of catching a big old flathead too. So that's, pretty much April fishing. As we get into the 1st of May, we'll have a lot of sand bass piled up on top of the humps, and we'll start seeing them just start to surface in May as that new hatch comes on of gizzard shad that we have in the lake, and things will start all over again. And there'll be a lot of people at the lake. There'll be trolling and casting and wave runnering and boating and skiing and tubing and you name it. It won't be long, and they'll have a lot of traffic. But I sure didn't see very many boats out there today. Hayden and I fished this evening, and there was just not very many people. We did see people catching crappie on the bank tonight, though, so it was nice to visit with them out on the lake, and waved to a few people up on their lake house. They were sitting out there eating dinner. It's nice to see people sitting at their lake house enjoying the lake, just looking out at the lake, watching the fishermen go by. So just a wonderful place to be. Hey, I've got a new project that it's actually my wife's project that I'd like to let you know about, and you're going to be interested in this because there's a lot of people in the Grand Lake area that like lake goodies and lake knickknacks and lake gifts. She has a new website called On Grand Time, ongrandtime.com. And it's a print-on-demand website. She doesn't have any retail space just yet set up for the products, so you can order them online. It takes a few days to get them, but everything is free shipping on there. The shipping is figured into the website, so you don't have to pay any shipping costs. And it's ongrandtime.com. I'm going to be mentioning that on every report because my wife has got a really neat thing going. There's a lot of unique gifts and a lot of stuff that people are going to like around the lake. If you're looking for a hat or a T-shirt or a lake map or a coaster or a doormat or whatever, and she's continually updating this assortment here at ongrandtime.com. And I'd like for everybody to also remember, come visit us at luckystrike.com, L-U-C-K-E strike.com, and check out those Crappie Magic crankbaits. You can get 2 for $5 right now online. Hey, I'm Jeff. Thanks for listening.